I'm ready.
All right, sweet. What's everyone? Welcome to Newbie Tuesday. And like I said, we are going to be covering factional warfare. I do have Pork Butt with me, who is the leader of Karma Fleet, which is the goons form of New Player Corporation. Everyone is open to join that and able to kind of go in there and learn things and use the accumulated GSF knowledge. And so from that point, like I said, with the Newbie Tuesdays, we're going to do them every Tuesday. We're going to have an expert on every week. This week, we actually have Grath coming on once he gets home from work. And we're going to cover as much as possible in the few hours that we actually stream. And the very next week, we'll do a different topic. So anyone, if you have any questions, the most important part of this stream is if you're a new player, ask questions. A lot of people are shy. They don't want to look dumb in front of the stream, but there's a lot of new players here. They're going to be asking a lot of questions themselves. You're not going to look dumb, and there's going to be a lot of veterans here who will be able to answer your questions. So don't be shy.
Absolutely. We are all learning a little bit of this together, so hopefully this will be entertaining.
Yeah. All right, guys. So to start off, guys, my character now, I believe, is about 8 days old. We're going to be fitting out a very, very minimally fit Merlin, is what we're going to be flying around today with Factional Warfare. I have not bought anything for the ship today yet. I have kind of waited for this, and I'm in Jita 4-4, which Jita Planet 4, Moon 4, Kadare Navy Assembly Plant is the main market in the entire game. So if you need to buy anything in the game, you can find it in Jita, except for capitals and supers and stuff that can't go into high sec.
Yep.
Little caveat there. So we have our market, which is regional market, and like last week, I talked a lot about hotkeys. The hotkeys in the game are really important, and you'll get a lot of use out of them. So to open the market, you can either click the graph here on your Neocom, or you can press Alt R. Alt R will open it up. Well, I have our market here, and before I actually turned on the stream today, I had to fit up my ship in EFT to figure out what I can actually fit, and we'll actually do an entire newbie class on EFT, probably maybe next week or the week after. What do you think, Pork Butt? Because EFT is kind of a pretty useful tool, especially when you're trying to figure out what will fit.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to get replaced, though, in a little bit. So, I mean, it's not something to necessarily get married to, but it's extremely important to get used to, planning out your fits, planning out your training, and those kind of tools are essential for that.
Yeah. And you're talking about the ghost fitting when it comes to getting replaced?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the ghost fitting is going to enable players to do that EFT won't, but I think EFT is a great program.
If you go to thematani.com, I actually interviewed CCP Carker, who is making the ghost fitting, and ghost fitting is going to be useful for fitting things and stuff like that, but you're also going to lose some of the functionality out. You'll still need EFT when it comes to deciding damage types or seeing how much tank. EFT will not be going away, so it is a useful thing to still use.
It kind of surprises me because it's something that's been road tested and everything by the player community already, so it seems like one of those things that would be an easy let's just go ahead and adopt it. But I understand that it's difficult to put this stuff in the client as it is, so I mean, I'm really glad that they're putting something in with the ghost fitting service, so it'll be good. And
for all of you guys yelling at me about my Meta Zero mods, this is a Newbie Tuesday stream. We're going for cost efficiency, and we're going for a new character is not going to have loads of money to dump into their first ship.
Well, Jay, sorry, I see Jay all the time in this stream. I don't.
Did you call me Jay?
I just called you Jay,
bro.
Laz, I'm sorry, but Laz, what is the difference between meta modules and just your typical straight laced T1 module?
That's actually a really good question. And with EFT pulled up, I can actually go to the market group for this shield extender, which is medium shield extender 1, which is anything like the EM Ward 1, Stasis Web Power 1, anything like that is going to be just a regular module. Actually, the Afterburner is wrong. It should be a tier 1, but that's meta. But basically, if you see here, you have at the top of the list, you have the basic tier 1 module, Tech 1 module. And if you, in the first column, you have the 30 CPU and then 28 power grid. And as you go down the tiers for the higher meta levels modules, which actually doesn't show it under EFT, but I can show you in game. Each meta level, as it goes down, is the better module until you get to Tech 2, and you'll see the CPU lowers with each tier, and you also get more benefits. So we have the regular module here, which is the tier 1, and you're getting 750 shield out of it. But with the highest meta level, the medium S9, well, not highest level, the highest named variant is plus 900 shield, and it also doesn't increase your signature radius as much. So the meta modules, the higher the meta module is, the more benefits you get out of that module typically. Gotcha, there are some modules that are a little bit different, like ballistic control systems and other modules, but we can cover that later.
Yeah, it's confusing because there's so many named modules out there, and you see something like Afterburner 1. And then you have, experimental and prototype and all that other stuff. And, with like the shield extenders, you have the medium TAC S9 regolith and all these other things, and the X5 prototype engine innovator. And it's just like, what does all this mean? So there's there's 4 levels of meta on top of the T1. So if you can use T1 modules, there's 4 different layers of those modules that you can use, right? And then you go into the T2 modules and faction modules and stuff. So
and like I said, if you actually show info on each named module, it'll tell you its meta level and everything, so you can kind of see where on the list it is. And like I said, also one of the biggest things is if you look how much fitting it requires is an easy way to determine where on that meta list it is. So typically the lowest fitting will be the highest named level, but that's not always the case, just typically. So, one of the cool things about EFT and with the fittings and everything for the game is up here, this little spaceship here in EFT, if you use the this arrow next to it and go to copy to clipboard and then go into your Eve client, you can press Alt F to open up your fitting. Alt F, or click the little ship fitting icon above the market, which is a rifter inside a circle, and then go to your browse for your saved fittings, and you can actually import the fitting from your clipboard, and it will bring this fitting into the game for you. Oh yeah, I wish I don't have enough skills to actually use this. Well, we may maybe have to chain the game on the fly, boys.
Are we learning new things?
We're learning that I forget to train tactical shield manipulation. Yes.
Hey, it happens. It's all good.
Yeah. So hopefully,
if we were flying with
if
we were flying with Apothny right now in Waffles, he would yell at you and he would be like, "You don't need those adaptive modules anyway."
Who needs more tank? All right. So as you guys see, there's quite a few modules that I can't use. I trained that, I thought. All right. So we're gonna be changing our modules on the fly, so it's okay. But to continue what I was showing you guys with the saves fittings. Right here, you can go to your quick bar and actually click the ship setup and drag it into your quick bar on the market. And with that setup, it will actually give you an organized list of modules that you can right click and buy down the list, which makes buying and fitting ships super quick and easy.
Oh, really? Wait, really?
Have you never seen this?
No.
Wow.
What?
This is the coolest thing I've literally I learned this probably 6 months ago, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
What?
Yes. So instead of going to your browse and having to search for your light electron blasters, clicking and buying, and then going to your stasis web
Right.
and clicking and buying. You just go to your quick bar, and once you drag your new fitting over, and like I said, once it's a safe fitting, guys, you just click it and drag and drop,
Okay, I'm doing that.
and then all you have to do is click down the list and buy everything that's in your fit.
What? This is nuts.
There's so many veteran players watching stream right now going, wow. They're going, wow.
So I've never done this before. This is blowing my mind. Is that bad? I don't. So I've been playing for 2 years now, and I just learned something that's like changing my life. Now I want to log in and play Eve more.
Yes, it is a amazing capability there.
What was I doing before this? I have no idea. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, there's so many veteran players who don't know about this, and I think it actually just got put in a year and a half or so ago. I don't remember when it actually got put in, but it wasn't put in too long ago.
Oh my gosh! What have I been doing with my life?
Well, like Rydell says, it doesn't actually show you the quantity of items you need. So you if you just leave your fitting management mode open, you can kind of look at, like, say we need 3 blasters or 1 or 600 ammo, etc.
Wow, that's really cool. Thank you for showing me that.
Durkiden, you're probably right. Carker could put out a dev blog post tomorrow, including this as a new feature, and probably most of the player base would be completely complacent and not know it was already in the game.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves a Merlin, and we're going to have to kind of figure out what to plug these slots with that I didn't already have the skills for because I'm bad at this game.
Oh, hey, we just got a sub.
We did.
Yeah.
Nork, thanks, buddy. Thank you for the subscription. And we also had one at the very start of the stream, which I don't remember the name of. Was it Sir Paul's, I believe? Sir Paul's, something like that.
We gotta give him that the TMC TV lick.
Yes. All right, so guys, now that we bought the ship, it comes packaged. You right click the ship, or I think you double click it as well. Yeah. You can double click it and it unpackages it, or you can right click and unpackage. And then if you right click and make active or double click it again, it'll get into it. So Aura's popping. I talked about insurance, which we'll get to in a second. But for now, we're going to go back into our market, and we're going to buy the fitting that we already loaded into our market overview. So we need 3 guns, and the way you can tell is the gun icon here, and you have the 3 little bubbles. That means there's 3 turret hardpoints on the ship. And one of the things you can also do is show info on your ship. Go to your fittings tab, and it will show you the max CPU, max power grid, and then your number of high slots, medium, low, and then rig slots, and then your turret hardpoints and missile launcher hardpoints. Random, most likely.
So yeah, you're doing a Merlin, and I'm doing the classic Goonswarm Rifter here with autocannons, and I'm gonna do an afterburner instead of a micro warp drive. But
I would do it in NWD, but I do not have the skills for that.
I think I have the skills. Let me see.
All right, so we can't use this module. Let's see what we train. What are we training right now? We're training missiles. So in our skill queue, we're going to go down until we find the shields tab, and we're going to go ahead and start training tactical shield manipulation, which is a 2-hour and 30. Wow. We'll not be using shield hardeners today, boys. No, it's a 33-minute skill. All right, so maybe after a few deaths we'll use it. Fire stasis web of fire. And most new players, you guys aren't going to have enough money to buy these modules from the start, and we'll actually be going into ways to make money as a new player in further episodes. But with going back to our saved fitting here, with our saved fit loaded on the fitting management window, which we're going to close everything out. I'm going to show you how to get back into that one more time. Sweet. Press Alt F to bring up the fittings, and then at the bottom right you have Browse, and you can click on your ship fit and go to Fit, and all the modules. If you have all these modules in your hangar, it'll fit for you. If you don't, then it'll pop up warning you like it is now. Which I don't have enough power grid because EFT lied to me. Oh wait, that's because I didn't go online. Wait, really? It's because I don't have the skills to use it. Jesus. Never creating a new character ever again. I hate this game.
Maybe you should just stick to your like 20-year-old character or whatever it is.
I know.
This point.
All right, so now we're going to have to really come up with something different. Undock, please. Oh, I'm gonna gank so hard.
I know we probably shouldn't have like done this in Jita. We made a mistake.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? I may just swap characters and do it from my other character. That way I have instant undocks and everything. No, never mind. I can't apply that character into
I can give you
Warfare.
I can give you an insta. Are you on Laz's beard?
Yes, Laz's beard. Laz's apostrophe S beard.
All right. I'll form a fleet.
Jay, you need skills to fit them, I believe. Like you need basic skills just to fit them. But
yeah, you do. You do need like the jerry rigging 3 in order to fit all rigs.
Yeah, you don't need the level 4 versions anymore. You don't need the level 4 version to be able to fit the Tech 2 anymore. Like you can fit Tech 2 without level 4 now. But you have to have the level 1 skills to be able to fit any at all.
Does anybody know if they've changed that words for the Tech 2 rigs yet? Because I can't tell you how many people I know like from BNI and probably in Karma Fleet, but have also like gone through the trouble to train for the Tech 2 rigs and they didn't know that it was like, changed.
Yeah. Well, it's always been that if you don't have to, or it's always been that you don't need the actual skills to fly it. Like, but someone could fit it for you, and then you could still use it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Jay is right. Okay. Nope. Jay is right. Yep. Jay is right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we gonna have to eat some humble pie here?
Yes, we are. Jay,
man,
Jay. You can fit rigs without a single rigging skill.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they just need to take that out of the game then.
Yeah.
You're on this stream.
Nerf this, please.
You have 2 very confused veteran players. That would like for you to update your requirements.
All right, so we're going to change our fit a little bit, see if we can make this work without. All right, so that's online. We don't need that. And I don't have the ability to use that apparently. So we're going to swap it for a warp scrambler, and we'll use the warp scrambler to turn off MWDs. That's the main difference with the warp scramblers compared to the warp disruptors. And I'll pull them up on screen. Is the warp scrambler is short range, and it is able to knock off 2 points of warp scrambling strength, which some characters will fit warp core stabilizers, which means you'll need to be able to do multiple points to be able to neutralize that effect. And then the range is 7,500 optimal range, whereas the warp disruptor 20-kilometer range, and then only a single point. So that's very important to notice is the points and the ranges. and then also the activation costs. The Warp Scrambler, 5 gigajoules, I think is what GJ stands for, and then 25. And then the fitting requirements. The fitting requirements 30 compared to 40. The long point is going to be a lot more fitting as well as a lot more capacitor used, which you'll see the long point on kiting fits a lot, especially in faction warfare versus light missile crows or light missile kestrels, stuff like that. Yeah, before they changed it, Max, you had to. Yep, and like Shirality said, the warp scramblers and warp disruptors, the point. Like if you hear anyone talk about a point, it's going to be a warp disruptor. If anyone says scram, it's going to be scrambler, obviously. Just for some Eve terminology for you. If anyone's telling you to get a point on X, means tackle something where they can't warp off, no matter if it's a scrambler or a disruptor. Like if you're in a small gang or fleet, you'll hear the FC yell point X target or get a web on X target, and they're just trying to hold that target down. That way you can apply DPS. All right, so. I don't really want to spend too much time actually fitting this because I have a feeling I'm just going to get ganked as soon as I undock anyways. Alright, so we need to fill up the rest of our slots. We're going to go with a Warp Scrambler. And then we actually have some open slots because I'm dumb and didn't finish training Weapons Upgrade 1. Which will be done in 16 minutes.
Well, I'm ready for you to undock whenever.
Yep.
So you can just undock and work with me.
So guys, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to throw on 2 power diagnostic systems, and never mind, we're not going to throw that on. I hate this game.
Can you not even?
I don't have energy grid systems level 2.
Oh man, Laz,
this is ridiculous.
What did you train all week?
Not enough, apparently. Not enough. Like I thought I had all the basic skills to fly this properly. I did not. I did not have all the basic skills to fly this properly.
So the point of this is to basically be able to let new pilots know, like, hey, faction warfare is really accessible for new pilots, and it is. I mean, even with just a week's worth of training, if you focus on a couple of key things,
I messed up by not actually doing it like a proper skill queue.
It's okay,
Yeah.
We still love you, but yeah, like we'll be able to go and do that, and it's always something that we can come back to, once we get more skills, we can maybe roam around here and stuff, maybe in a couple of weeks.
Core defense. Alright guys, and one of the big things about the Merlin is it does get a shield resistance bonus, which will help kind of keep it alive throughout some of this stuff. And I'm going to be really, really bad. I'm just going to leave these low slots empty while I finish training skills.
There you go.
Yeah. Alright, so we have our Merlin. And
Hooray.
we have, looks at the 5% hybrid turret damage, which we are using blasters, which are the close range variant for hybrid turrets. The long range variant for hybrid turrets are the railguns. One of the important things to notice about the turrets are with the close range ammo, which is currently what's loaded antimatter. Our optimal range is 500, and then we can hit up to 2,000 meters, which including the fall off range. And the deeper in fall off range you are, the lower amount of damage you're going to be able to do. All right, so are you ready for that insta?
Yep, I'm ready. If you just undock and warp to me, you'll be fine.
Okay. Actually, hold on. We can't do that yet because we have to join faction warfare.
Oh shit, I forgot to do that. But I'll get out to whatever system we're going to, and then I'll join.
So to join faction warfare, guys, you need to be in whatever faction station which will be joining Caldari. So, and then the double flags your faction warfare. You can click it, and then you can click enlist me. If you're in a corporation or alliance, like a director level, then you can list those two. Or if you're enlisting and you're already in a corporation, it'll actually take you out of your corp. So don't do that. That, as Pork Butt was saying earlier.
Yeah, but it's it's always fun. I thought that the first time I did it, BNI had just kicked me for some reason because I joined Faction Warfare, but it took me a long time to learn that it's impossible to upset BNI unless you try to coup. Then you might have problems.
What's interesting is we do have the Faction Warfare here, and it's all of our all the contested systems, and you can sort it by name, level, and then jumps. And we're going to go to I think one of these systems that are highly contested, like Kadama. It's 5 jumps away. We'll head towards Kadama, I think. Actually, where'd you have us heading?
I linked us in Fleet Chat. I don't know if you have that pulled up.
Ishomilkin?
Yeah.
We can go there. I was going to go Kadama because it's contested, but we'll go there instead. Alright, so 9 jumps. What we're going to do, guys, is since we want to get into low sec, we're going to go to the A next to route, and we're going to set our destination to prefer shorter. This will ignore all security statuses, so if you're trying to not die in low sec to getting ganked, you want to use prefer safer, and it will take you as far as possible without hitting any system below 0.5. But if you're just trying to get there quickly as possible, prefer shorter, and it's going to be more dangerous as well.
Yep.
All right, so we've been listening into Faction Warfare. We're going to go ahead and dock now. You're good to warp too?
Yep.
All right, so guys, we are undocking here. We are in a fleet with Pork Butt. He is at a spot that is a insta warp, which I can right click and then fleet warp, or not fleet warp, but warp to him. And since he's directly in front of me, and
when FC now, lads.
You are apparently, but since he was already aligned, or not aligned. He was in the perfect straight line from the undock point itself. I instantly went into warp because when you undock, you're at max velocity. That's important to know and to remember, especially if you have war targets or in your militia like that.
So I went ahead and I cold warped us. I'm going to throw you in wing command. I don't know why, but it just doesn't feel right having a character that's somehow above you in the fleet command structure. So,
all right, that's fine. Works for me. So basically, I did forget to insure my ship, which we should do. Actually,
yeah, we really should.
Actually, we'll probably need to cover that next because we're not going to have an insta dock in Caldari or in New Caldari, and people trying to kill me are going to follow. So right now we should probably just make best speed.
Yeah,
we will cover insurance in a little bit.
Free burn as fast as possible. Make haste. I had something really good lined up to talk about during this section. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm being hunted. So right now, guys, we are going to be pushing forward. One of the big things that they implemented a few years back is being able to group guns, and you can group guns by holding down shift and dragging and dropping a gun on top, or you can also.
That hasn't always been there?
Nope, it has not always been there. It was one of their fixes to help lower the load on systems was to group all the guns together and then instead of firing them all individually. But you can also click the group all weapons and it will group together as long as they're the same weapon type. So as long as they're all electron blasters and they'll stack. with them all stacked, you also free up hotkey spots. And I prefer to leave my prop mod in the F1 slot, and then my guns are always F2. And then on my accounts, I use the bottom row here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that way I can kind of reach most of the things with the hotkeys. You don't really want to click as much if you can avoid it. Oh, we are heading to low sec. We are in the Kadari militia, and hopefully we'll find some evil Galente militia to brawl with.
Oh yeah. So when I was doing faction warfare this last time, it was really kind of a scary experience because I had unknowingly chosen like the wrong faction to go with, and it does flip. Like it flips. Every couple of months there will be a different faction because that's where the LP is most valuable. And what I've learned is it just sort of seems like every 6 months or so, everybody will move on to a different faction to farm that LP, because I think all of faction warfare is just basically based around what LP is the most valuable at any given time. So I'm sure people do fight for like the factions they actually like, but I kind of also think that a lot of it is just based on how much money they can make from the loyalty points that they're awarded.
Yeah, I mean, faction warfare right now is a little weird that way because, like I said, people are just trying to farm as much LP as possible, and you can actually make a lot of money off the LP by spending the LP on like faction ships and faction modules.
That's a good time to shout out to Steve Runikin, who does he's in CSM, and he does all kinds of like in-game tools, and he's made like a really great LP calculator that a lot of people use.
Plenty power. Anyone who comes to brawl me in low sec right now is going to completely dunk me. This ship is very, very, like I said, it is extremely newbie friendly fit, and we should make some place where we can post these fits and stuff.
Yeah,
that might be like maybe something on thematani.com or maybe Reddit.
Well,
something.
we can. Isn't there a way we can
link the LP calculator? Do you have a link to the LP calculator?
I do. Yes. It'll take me a second.
All right, so guys, we are in low sec now, which means anything that wants to engage us can engage us. Jay amazing in his burst. What's up, Jay?
So I tried to link my fit, but it's just all clumped together.
Yeah, well, it's also get cut off because too many characters.
Oh, okay.
Slowpoke, how much DPS does it have? We're rocking 47.5 DPS, buddy.
Woo-hoo.
Double what you thought.
I'm rocking 89 DPS, so...
Oh, hey. I can now fit mag stabs now that we've left the system. Glenzy shifted the Bulbasaur for starting. Yeah, a lot of people are using the Atron now. The Atron's, especially if you look at like Brave Newbies, the Atron is huge. All right, so we do have one Galente Federation guy here, and in low sec, if you're in the opposing faction, you can engage them freely without having to worry about the gate guns and everything shooting you.
Oh, where's your faction warfare guy? I missed that dude.
Faction warfare guy. What do you mean?
Oh, I haven't signed up yet. Did you say you passed one?
No, he's in the system with us. Oh. So what we're gonna do, guys, is this is going to be far ahead of what we've shown you so far. Is we're going to open up our D scanner and we can use that to kind of try and find this guy. Which there is a catalyst on scan, which means this catalyst. There's Garistas here. What the hell? But this catalyst is most likely in the large here. But I cannot brawl a catalyst, but other people can. a large not even scan range actually. So I want to right click, warp to this novice at 10, and just see if he's here.
Hey, we have Jay Amazingness in our fleet now.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, these rats actually hurt. I'm not used to rats actually hurting me. Oh, it's safety. Yes. So as people were telling me in chat, the safety is big. Safety doesn't allow you to shoot anything that's going to get you criminal status. I don't know if that actually works for the for shooting other faction members, but just in case, we're going to go ahead and set it to. Actually, we're going to leave it enabled and just test it out for science. For science. All right, so he's not here. The only thing on scan is Urandus, which is on grid with us here, and and next Tuesday I'm going to show you guys how to get some overviews set up, because this default overview is giving me headaches. The green and red things in I warp. What green and white red things? Cartel. Yeah, so I'm not sure where this guy actually is in the system. There is a Condor in scan, but I doubt he's in the large. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next system. How to do a safe spot, Charlty? I'll show you the next system. The next system we go to when we're in warp, I'll go ahead and show you how to create a safe spot. Oh, the yellow and red. Okay, that, yeah. Typically I run no safety because I do mainly nullsec stuff, so it doesn't matter. But partial safety is good because it will allow you to, it says suspect allows other capsuleers to attack you, and basically yellow allows you to do anything that will give you suspect. So guys, if you have any questions, ask them in chat. And if you want to help me notice you, tag me. Tag me in the question. It's Laztel, Laztel, and that will cause your name to be highlighted for me, and I will be drawn to that. So we do have another war target in system, and he is in a catalyst as well. He is on scan.
I think he's coming to get you.
All right, so I hit my C key, which is the default key for tracking camera. Oh god, and I don't have it centering. 1 second, guys. There we go. And with the directional scanner open, I can change my angle and scan in that direction, which he's on a 15-degree scan towards the small facility. So we're going to go ahead and warp to the small facility at 10, and hopefully my friends come with me because I can't kill a catalyst on my own.
Oh, yeah, so we should probably do that.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and broadcast that for you guys. And I'm warping at 10 because 10 still puts me in the range to actually activate the gate, but it will cause me not to bump off the gate.
Are you in this Nikishina system?
I am.
Okay, then 1 over.
All right, so once you're at the gate, if you change your range to 1 AU, you can use it to actually determine if the person is inside the gate or not. And since he showed up on 1 AU scan, it means he is here. And I'm going to go ahead and go through.
If you want to hold on that gate, I'm still in warp to the Nikishina gate.
Too late. We're in it. Oh, and he's here. So, unfortunately, I'm not in Newbie. He's in range. We're going to approach him. And hopefully we're going to get a tackle, maybe. Nope, and he's warped.
You can do it.
Nope, the scrambler was not enough range. So, as you guys saw, the downside to the scrambler is because of its short range, we missed the tackle on that catalyst. He was 11 kilometers away from me, and I can only scramble out to 7,500. So with him out of range, we were not able to kill. I'm in warp
to you now.
We were not able to kill that Galente Federation scum.
Did he run?
Yeah, he warped.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we did miss out on the Galente Federation guy. which he warped in the direction of here, one of these celestials. So we're just going to go ahead and warp to this at 100, and while in warp, guys, we're going to actually hit Control and B, and it pops up the new location. So while we're in warp, press Control B and then submit, and we just created a safe spot. So we just created a safe spot in between those two celestial items. And that's, you can either press Control B or you can open up your people and places and then add a location that way. But Control B, like I said, with the hotkeys is going to be a lot easier.
Wait, that's how you make a bookmark?
Yeah, Control B. If you while in warp, you can make a bookmark by pressing Control B and then clicking Submit. So we're gonna warp back to our bookmark just so you guys can see. Like I said, guys, hotkeys are super important, and we're now in warp back to our safe spot. Explosive knowledge. It absolutely would have died, but he would have killed me before anything bad happened to him. He would have melted me. Catalysts do so much damage.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, as you can see, we are in a safe spot. The closest thing to us is this gate. You can be found out if someone has scan probes, but we'll have to cover that later as well. And like I said, guys, we are going to be doing different topics each week. So there will be some times where we're just going to be covering just scanning, or maybe just fitting, or just doing missions, or low-sec PvP, or anything like that. So like I said, if you want to see a particular subject, just let us know, and we'll see if we can kind of slate that onto a schedule and get it to you faster.
Coups. How to do coups.
All right, so there is two war targets in system with us now. Jennifer, Harpy. Which I think next week we should really do the overview, maybe, and then add something on to the overview as well, and show people how to use the overview settings. That way I can quit using this bad overview, this default overview. All right, so we're going to warp to the next gate in our destination. Would you like to see the exploration? Yeah, cool. We'll be doing some exploration as well, man. And there's other streamers that also have covered it. But we will be doing some Newbie Tuesday classes on exploration. So pretty much any part of the game you can think of, we're going to be trying to do a class on it. All right. So we're going to jump into Isho. Oh, there's Zenuria and his Vexor. I believe Zenuria wants to brawl on his Vexor.
Oh no.
We will be brawling, Zenuria. Jay, all refs on me.
I'm coming, Senpai.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and orbit. We're gonna go into orbit over Zenuria. He's aggressed. Scrammed. You guys, kill his drones, please. Kill his drones.
Yeah. That overview is fucked up. I can't see them drones.
We're going to right click, add drone to overview.
Alright, I got him.
Kill the drones, boys! Kill the drones!
This is how you take out drone ships. You have to kill the drones.
Oh, and he's down. There's more. Oh, there's more people have shown up. There's a Damus engaged into the fight as well. Oh wow, really, the pod too? Really, guys? Really? It's not cool. So, Pork, if you would mind, give us a sort of a play-by-play. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so I have Zenuria web now, and I'm gonna start shooting them. Hopefully, you know, something will happen. Maybe we'll get a kill. Come on. You got him down a lot, dude, just in your newbie show.
I wasn't actually shooting Zeneria. I was shooting the drones.
Okay.
Yeah,
we just got the kill on Zeneria, killing some drones, and then Capsule got away. So yeah.
All right. Is the Damos still there? And is he engaging?
Demo's still here. I don't think he's engaging though.
Oh.
He's yellow though. Does that mean I can shoot him?
Is he flashing yellow? If he's flashing yellow, I'm pretty sure that means he's suspect, and you can shoot him.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Worst case, you get killed by gate guns.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have died.
So he's got a shield booster up and is repairing, and I'm slowly chipping away at him, but I don't know. Jay, I guess I'll need reps, bro. Yeah, we're not breaking his shield at all. Yeah, it's crazy. I think he has like shield reps and armor reps, which I don't know how that happens.
Maybe he's getting ripped by Jay. Maybe Jay's trolling us all and ripping him.
Yeah, Jay. Why would you do that? So he's getting into armor. He's slowly getting down to 50% armor. I am just orbiting him really close so that if he is going to try to shoot me, hopefully I have too much transversal on him. But
it all depends if he is
keeping up.
If he's
reps.
Oh, so he is armor fit?
Yeah, he's armor fit.
Yeah, so he will have available mid slots to be able to fit modules. Oh, he's blue. Quit shooting him. Apparently.
Oh, is
apparently he's with us.
Oh wait, how does that work?
Can someone link our kill mail and fleet, please? So guys, inside the character sheet, if you go to combat log, and then we're gonna, since we did not get any kills there or killing blows, we go to our losses, and we see our pathetic little Merlin, which we were not able to kill the drones quick enough to reduce the DPS that our reps were able to hold from our hero burst. And then he podded me, so I couldn't watch the rest of the fight, which is pretty dishonorable. Gotta say.
I think we got that kill because this Demos showed up.
Yeah, the Demos showed up and zonked him. That's 100% what happened.
I was feeling like I was hitting him really hard, but I know that's not the case.
Popular because a lot of people they're not looking at their angular velocity. They're going to be they're looking at their transversal on the target, which is going to be the amount of transversal they're holding on it, basically. There's a better way to explain transversal, but it's escaping me. Well, Astra, I don't ever use implants, and if you were like me who just did faction warfare and got potted in your very first ship out, then you just lost all of your implants.
Yeah, it's risky business trying to use implants in faction warfare land.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about the angular velocity as much until you're actually using like bigger guns trying to track smaller stuff. But transversal is a lot more important early on. So we are going back to Jita 4.4, which is, like I said, the major market hub in the game, and we're going to go ahead and refit. And
did you make a bookmark for that insta undock?
I did not.
Okay.
Lord, there is no honor in Eve. There is no honor in Eve. Let's see. So, for suggestions, do you think we should just give them the TV email?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you have suggestions for classes, please send them to the email. 1 second, docking up. I believe it's what the Matani TV. There we go. So guys, like I said, if you have suggestions for classes that you would like to see on our Newbie Tuesdays, there's a link in chat called thematani@thematani.com. So send an email there with your suggestion, and we can kind of make a syllabus or a calendar to put out to people, and that way they can look and see what shows are going to be up on the on each week.
Yep. Well, as I'm going to go AFK for just a minute,
That's fine.
while you're refitting and stuff, I'll be back shortly.
Sweet. All right, so as like I said before, we're going to our quick bar setup. We're going to buy our ship. And then because this is so simple, we're going to just go through our list here instead of having to use our search function on the search bar, which will take a lot longer time. Zenuri did pod me, so I wasn't able to actually kind of show you guys some of the stuff that was happening on the grid. So I apologize for that, but if you have any questions, I don't need that much ammo. If you have any questions about it, just let me know. Sorry, Vocals, I didn't realize you were with us, buddy. This game is so I don't even well, Vivid. I mean, there's a lot of stuff and there's a lot of little stuff in this game. Yeah, there's a lot of little stuff in this game that you kind of have to wrap your head around. Let's see. I don't have the rigs for here, so we're going to go ahead and buy. Because the core defense field. All right, so we've purchased everything, and we can go into our inventory here. Alt C for the inventory, and then go to our ship hangar. We're going to double click the Merlin. It's going to unpack it, and then we're going to double click it again to activate the ship. Then pressing Alt F, we will open up the ship window itself and go to Browse, and we click our preloaded ship fitting, and then click Fit. All right, so item hanger, you can take that off, and that on. Now I have to decide if I want the. Alright, so we're gonna go double mag stab this time. We're gonna go ahead and get another warp scrambler. And throw in our other ancillary. Alright, and we're now refit and ready for combat again. And we are only bringing close range ammo, guys. Once you get into Tech 2 blasters, you'll be able to have the Tech 2 ammo, which is Tech 2 ammo for blasters. The long range ammo is really, really good, and it's imperative that you always bring Tech 2 ammo for your blasters. And that is a good suggestion from Poplar. From our character sheet, we can open up our fitting here and then save it, and then we wouldn't have had gone through and buy all that stuff like last time. Oh, and I just got an email, apparently. Let me close that so that I'm not going to be getting notified every time I get an email. And we're going to go ahead and undock and head to meet our guys. Jay, you said you needed paste? Alright, so I'm going to try an attempt to get out of station here, guys. without dying, since I did not save the instant undock. Which we should be okay, maybe, potentially. Maybe not. We'll see. We may be getting put back into station instantly. We're okay. Awesome. So we did make it off. We're going to go and regroup our guns and rearrange our modules to however we want them. And we're going to head back towards the direction we were at. Which, by the way, here's the kill for Zenaria. Vogel's came with the damage. And as you can see, this is a full Tech 2 fit. So he was able to use his increased fitting skills and everything to kind of cram every single bit of modules onto it to his ship as possible. The nanite paste. Cruel, the nanite paste is used for a few things in EVE. Nanite paste is used to either repair modules that you've overheated using the thermodynamics skill, or it's also used in ancillary armor repairers, which the paste will increase the effectiveness of that armor repair so that it reps more per cycle until it runs out of charges, and then the rep will continue to cycle, consuming capacitor instead.
Okay, so I got us another burst pilot.
Sweet.
Laz, and we're just chilling here in Losec. So maybe when you get back out here, we'll go and to a complex.
Okay, well, I'm heading that way right now. Lord, do you mean in high sec or do you mean low sec? Or like there's different forms of ganking. Can you be a little more specific? Alright, like I said, we are undocked again. We are heading back towards Losec. We did get into a little brawl with a member of the Glente Federation, which this is factional warfare, so Caldari is always fighting against the Glente to try and take over Losec. And that's how you're pretty much you're taking these complexes and capturing systems and pushing it towards the I believe it's called like level 5 or something, where it you get an event where you create lots of LP from it. Laz, can you tell Pork Butt to stop throating his mic?
Sorry,
apparently you're breathing into your mic.
It's like really close to my face. I'm trying to move it.
All right. Oh, how do you avoid? Okay, yeah, Lord, we can do a fleet. We can do a class on that because I have a lot of friends who do a lot of Empire ganking, and we can get War Kenny on and do some Newbie Tuesday stuff with War Kenny, who is the leader of Mini Love, which is the primary freighter gankers in high sec. So he'll be able to come and share some of his knowledge.
Yeah, I really look forward to the ganking, actually. We have a lot of newbies in Karma Fleet who are actively participating in Mini Love all the time, and they're on... It makes us look like Karma Fleet's almost like just in the business of freighter. Like, our kill board is like all freighters.
Well, a lot of the people for the freighter ganking, they literally use like Tech 1 fit catalysts, which is really quickly for a new player to get into.
I think it's called a 10-hour hero, and you can train into a T1 catalyst in like less than a day. It's really crazy.
Yeah, there's so many different subjects that we can do classes on. So we're, like I said, if there's something you want to see more than other guys, just let us know, and we'll try and get those scheduled before other things. All right, and we're gonna continue burning to destination. We're gonna meet up with our crew, and we will get into that. Oh, hey, everyone's here. Mythical and all right.
So you want to maybe pull up the star map here in a minute and like show people, because this is something that really blew my mind as a new player, is just looking at the star map and learning how to sort things based on the statistics.
We can do that. Yeah.
How many ships are dying in system and like
once I get to you, we'll go ahead and open that up.
because that's extremely helpful.
There is a lot of information you can get, like you said, from the map, and it's really, really cool, especially for faction warfare. There are little tabs for it. And Markai, will there be highlights of these tutorial streams? We will be making highlights. I believe we're also going to be putting them on YouTube as entire videos, maybe. I'm not sure. Do you know, Pork Butt, if we're porting this to you?
I think the plan is just to kind of basically do highlights. But I think that we could also do the entire video.
Oh god, there's some -10 guys here.
Oh man. So I might have had a conversation with some -10 guys about.
Oh no, their sex status is negative, not the actual.
Oh, okay.
Not Pandemic Legion.
Okay. Because I know you talked to Grath, but I talked to some of the guys in the Pandemic Horde thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, we're going to be doing faction warfare tonight if you want to come along. And yeah, I don't think they are. I think they're just going to chill out and head.
All right, so as we're one jump away from our destination, so I'm going to go ahead and press F10 on my keyboard, and F10 will open up the map. And your route will actually show up on the map, and I prefer to keep my map flattened. If you unflatten it, it gets all three-dimensional and weird. Flatten, a lot easier to actually manipulate. And then under the star map tab, you can go to stars and actually go down to the statistics. And one of the biggest things that I like to use is ships destroyed in the last hour. And I'll use that a lot, especially when I'm roaming around low sec looking for PvP, because that a lot of times that will kind of represent where there's people currently engaging and looking for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, things you can do is jumps in the last hour, pilots currently docked and active, and then average pilots in space. They're all really, really big things. And then if you go up to sovereignty and then factional warfare, you can see militia ships destroyed in the last hour, and see where there's actually like militia ships or militia fights going on. And if you're looking for some faction warfare PvP, you can head towards those systems. And then, of course, if you sort by the actual empire or militia, it will highlight the systems currently owned by your faction. So with like Caldari versus Galente, the Galente have a lot more systems.
Mm-hmm.
And if we wanted to, if we had the time, we could actually go and try and take or do some of the work to take those systems. All right, I'm going to try and get this catalyst again. He's going to be in the small, most likely. He is. So this catalyst is here in Caldari space, and he's running these complexes. That Caldari small outpost here, and you should have the large and all the other outposts. And they're going to try. He's going to try and kill the rats and take over these outposts, influencing his control over the system to help flip it towards the Galente. Oh, come on.
All right, so Jay and folks, let's get over into that system and get ready to warp to Laz if he gets tackled.
How does the faction warfare mechanics work? There's, as you see, there's different. You have the bar here, and as they run more sites, it fills the bar, and as they take over more systems, it fills the bar further. And let's see how far we're going to be. Way out of range of this guy. I don't have overheat, and if I had an OD, I would be able to catch him, but I don't. Which we might still catch him. Nope, he's gone. Yeah, I really need the long point for this to catch this guy, but he also might be stabbed.
Yeah, it's really common in faction warfare because a lot of people do faction warfare to just grind LP points, and they actually don't do it to make a stand and like fight. And so what happens, like the actual mechanic, is you warp to one of those plexes and you kill the enemy NPC character that's in it.
Okay.
And then you just have to hold the plex for like, I think 20 minutes or so. It looks like I'm disconnecting.
There's a brawl on the Isho gate, so do not go to the Isho gate because you will die.
Yeah, it disconnected.
Oh, that sucks. Scimitar slept near it. Alright, so guys, what you see here is you see a low-sec gang. They have command ships, which are going to be Tech 2 variants of battlecruisers, which a lot of them will typically have good tanks, Tech 2 resistances, as well as Tech 2, not Tech 2, but also they're going to be able to be Tech 2 fit most likely because they're all going to be Tech 2 ships. It takes a little while to get into the command ships, and they do excel better, or they do more damage and tank better than most of the battlecruisers themselves. There are some cases like the Myrmidon, I think, depending on how you fit it, typically has a bigger tank just because it's the Myrmidon than the EOS, and the EOS has decent damage and not as big of a tank, but it's still good. Alright, so we're going to open up our map again. Find out what's actually happening in the militias so we can see if we can go and influence what's going on. So we're going to look at the ships killed. There's quite a few ships actually close to us. Killed three. I think that's actually from us instead. We're going to go to Una, which is one jump over, and you see it highlights the gate yellow. The yellow gate for your autopilot is always going to be the system that you are next in the list. Are there huge groups of faction warfare players to form a single system and flip it ASAP? I would say huge. There are actual like faction warfare dedicated corps and alliances that will go through and do faction warfare stuff on a day-to-day basis, and that's all they do is faction warfare. So there is organized faction warfare groups. I actually think Waffles, the Pandemic Legion Training Corps, is doing faction warfare right now.
And there's also like Dirt and Glitter and Fredit.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other groups. I know there's that. Do you remember what Rick's Javix's pirate corp is called?
I don't. All right, so
it's Stay Frosty. They do they hunt people in faction warfare. They don't actually do faction warfare.
All right, so I meant to point this out earlier. You see the different sizes of outposts. So you have novice, small, medium, and large, and they each can only have certain. They each can have up to a certain ship class. So the novices can only have Tech 1 frigates only. Tech 1 frigates only for the novices, and then for the mediums. The mediums, Tech 1, Tech 2 frigates, Tech 1 Tech destroyers, Tech 1 Tech 2 cruisers. So only up to that much. And looks like Zenari is here. Are our guys here to brawl as well?
Getting there. What system are you in?
We are currently in Una.
Okay. I need to get back into the fleet, by the way. I don't know who got fleet boss.
Fleet boss. Fleet boss is not showing. It's me. Are you in system with us? Or no, you're not. We're in the Ray system, RA. Thanks, Ralty, buddy. So the mediums, they go up to Tech 2 cruisers, and then the smalls are actually up to Tech 1 destroyers. And actually, I don't know if they are Tech 2 destroyers or not, or Tech 3 destroyers. All right. Well. Sorry, Zenuri, can't invite you, buddy. You're not with the Caldari, buddy. So, we are in system. There is at least one guy here that is not with the Caldari militia. We're going to. Oh, hey, Zenuria. Let's repurchase the gate. See if we can kill Zenuria, guys. See if we can get another brawl. He's burning straight for me instead. He's not engaged. I was gonna burn away from him and see what happened, but instead we're gonna we will aggro Zenuria in his thorax and see if we get a brawl. Typically with a blaster ship, which is what I'm using, you're going to want to use close range weapons. Not close range. So you're going to use MWD. The MWD on close range weapon ships will allow you to close the gap quicker. I'm using an afterburner right now because this character lacks the skills for MWD. But once we get those skills, I'll show you some better blaster fits to close the distance and get tackle on things, like the catalyst that's always getting away from us.
What are the first 3 letters of the system you're in?
UUN. Are you getting engaged? Alright, guys, kill the slicer. Kill the slicer. We're actually getting engaged by non-faction warfare. Kill the slicers. Kill the slicer. Kill the slicer. Kill the slicer. Or actually, he's not aggro, which means Jay's suspect. Alright, rip.
So I have made the horrible decision with my life to
Hey, Satora. What's up?
do Mac instead of PC, and this means that because I have an older Mac, it's always crashing the Eve client. So Laz, unfortunately, this is the second time in like 5 minutes it's crashed. I'm just gonna have to stop.
That's fine. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us.
I can still like be on the stream and talk and stuff. Somebody asked about Dust being ported over to PC. Did you hear anything about that at FanFest?
No, they actually did not mention. Oh God, where's my reps? Guys, please.
You're getting reps. I see it on screen.
Yeah, not enough to handle light blasters. Yeah.
So yeah, Dust is one of the things that I was really like. Dust got me into playing Eve because I had been going through a really huge Battlefield stage back in 2013, and I saw all this stuff about Dust, and I was like, okay, I could try that out. You know, future FPS shooter thing is cool. I didn't really know that much about Eve, and you know, I played Dust for about a month, and I was like, this is actually really interesting how these skirmishes on these planets can affect the standings of everything in this larger game. And
I'm really upset that he keeps potting me instead of letting the stream see the rest of the fight.
What?
Yeah, this is the second time that we've engaged him in a row, and instead of like letting me sit there and talk about the fight, he pods me every single time. But
that's just rude.
Yeah. But I can't do anything because the character I'm on has no skills. It's okay.
And I thought it was really cool that CCP made this concept of like linking a first-person shooter to like an MMO.
Yeah.
And, I think it's something that's going to get better and better. Like if they are really porting it over to PC, I think that would be really good. Also, like it would be interesting to see how Valkyrie ties into all of that. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was hoping that it would be originally ported to the PC, but it was not the case because I'm a keyboard and mouse guy. But Yeah, Arakiel. 10 minutes of fitting, 10 minutes of flying, 1 minute of fighting. That is Eve in a nutshell at sometimes. Even at a max skill character and max everything. And frigates, a lot of times you're going to run into that where you're going to get outclassed or outgunned and just get completely countered and die very, very quickly. And if you... One of the things about Eve, if you can't handle that type of gameplay, where sometimes you'll have an awesome fight, it's going to last a few minutes or longer, depending on what you're using, then Eve might not be the game for you. But like I said, everyone has their different tastes.
Well, I think that's kind of one of the things that's really most, in some ways, addictive about Eve is like you have an hour, sometimes many hours of posturing. Even days, you'll have days of just like posturing with, an opposing force. And then all of a sudden you'll get that really big fight. And you've experienced this plenty of times, Laz, where it's like you've been fighting an enemy over and over again and like doing these little skirmishes or like hit and miss things. And then all of a sudden you finally get that brawl. And that's really where everything pays off. Like when you actually get that really big engagement. So it is exciting because you're committing real assets that don't respawn when you respawn. People are a lot more cautious about what they commit.
Oh, and that's one of the biggest thing in Eve is the risk adverseness. And one of the funnest parts of Eve for me is to kind of throw caution to the wind and engage fights where I know I might not or probably won't win, because those fights where you do win, like that 3v1 or 4v1 fight, are the best fights you can ever have in Eve. It's an awesome feeling. But let's see. Guys, we're going to take this time. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in chat. We'll kind of ask them. Yeah, big fights, they cannot last more than 24 hours. Because the downtime happens, I think, every 23 hours. So the server is forced to reboot then, and everything on the server disappears that's currently logged in. But the longest fight that I've ever been in was 22 hours for BR5.
That's insane.
Yes. Yeah, caution as I gate my Titan through Fountain. That was a calculated risk, Kilgar. Calculated risk. I knew I was in no trouble. Yeah. So there's a lot of complexity in Eve, and I don't feel like we've covered faction warfare as well as we should have so far on the stream. Like I said, it is a very foreign concept to what I do in Eve, and typically we have an expert on the show who does nothing but faction warfare, and the guy that I wanted to do it wasn't able to do it, and then Grath was supposed to show up, but I think he might have gotten held up at work, so was not made it home in time.
Yeah, sorry guys, we just flubbed the dub on that.
Do you need to be active on Reddit to join Karma Fleet? Well, Pork Butt, you're probably the most qualified to answer that question.
One of the things about Reddit is that so many people use it as lurkers, and they don't create accounts to log in and comment and upvote, downvote. And so for me, it's not about being active on Reddit, but it's just about understanding the community there. And, we certainly want you to get engaged and be a part of that should you join Karma Fleet. But no, it's not like Reddit where there's like, you have to be active on Reddit for this period of time or whatever. We're pretty much wide open. We actually just recently implemented a app. So if you go to our recruitment channel, which I'll type in here, it's KF public, KF_public. You'll be able to get a hold of that app and then just go through the process of filling out that information and have our recruiters look at it, and we can process you a lot faster nowadays. So yeah, we do. I think one of the things that I really wanted to do starting Karma Fleet was I wanted to provide a really stable place for newbies to learn and experience the game. And I wasn't really getting that in Brave because I felt like there was this really huge existential threat from PL and all these other people. And I felt like leadership, it wasn't really taking any action to like make sure that threat was going to be alleviated. And so when Scion approached me and was like, hey, do you want to do this newbie thing in Goons and like, you know, teach people how to be pilots in Eve? I was like, yeah, because Goons have the massive amount of knowledge to build on, and they have a pretty good amount of stability with Declan and, you know, with the whole situation in the West. And so it's a perfect situation for a new pilot to come in and really start experiencing the full aspect of what Eve has to offer. And it's great. I mean, our pilots do all kinds of shit. It's awesome.
Well, and there's actually a lot of groups in Eve who try to hand or don't try, but they do handle new players. Pandemic Legion just started up Pandemic Horde. There is Brave. There is Eve University. There's Red versus Blue, which is kind of a... I'm not sure if I would call it like a newbie environment, but rather it's just a place where you can kind of go and just have constant...
It's high-sec warfare. It's just high-sec, like, constant war targets, constant fights. It's pretty cool. I mean, I had a spy alt in RVB, and that was really nice.
Yeah, I have an alt in RVB as well, and it's fun to go on and play. I can't stream it because I don't want the name to get out, but yeah, I do have an alt in RVB where I go in PvP sometimes.
RVB is like the prerequisite spy organization that you put your spy character in when you're trying to build it up to like put in other places. So, yeah, and we're actually looking at, whenever this Delve stuff calms down in Fountain, we're actually maybe looking at deploying over to the east with Karma Fleet to fight Pandemic Horde and to just do T1 brawls all the time, which I think would be really, really fun, because PL is a really fun group to fight.
Yeah. Well, H2 Bro says, right now I'm in Eve Uni and learning a lot. I got accepted into the mentorship program, so I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as I can. However, my goals are larger than what they offer right now. I want to be in a PvP-specific environment later down the road and after I learn some stuff. H2 Bro, I mean, there's, like I said, there's Karma Fleet, there's RVB, PvP. RVP is not going to be as conducive to actually teaching you as much. But Karma Fleet, Pandemic Horde, Brave, those are all going to be there's going to be a lot of PvP in those environments. And I know I can speak for Karma Fleet because, and Porkbutt here is leader of Karma Fleet. I don't know the actual details for everyone else, but Karma Fleet, we have newbie frigate caches, reimbursement policies. I mean, actually, Porkbutt should probably explain it because he knows a lot more than I do.
Well, Karma Fleet, as far as what we offer for new pilots, is just the knowledge of Goons. We have a really great 60-day skill plan. We have free frigate caches both in Declan and in our deployment zones. We have a newbie skill pack that we hand out with a bunch of skill books that should get you through that 60-day skill plan. So that's about maybe 30 million ISK in skill books that we hand out to new players. We're really big on, taking advantage of all these other programs within Goons. Like the Alliance SRP program is amazing. Like Goons is one of the only groups in the game that will pay you for any type of PvP whatsoever. A lot of groups will only reimburse ships if they're lost on StratOps, but Goons will reimburse you if you lose ships just trying to take a 1v1 fight. And there's not a lot of groups in game that can ever do that. If you want to be an FC and you want to try leading people out, this is one of the only places you can be where you can take a fleet of harpies and whelp it, and you'll get SRP for that. Not saying that you won't get a talking to for what you did wrong. Laz is over here I don't know about that, bro. But you'll definitely get a talking to. If you walk into a pipe bomb trap, that's a common thing that happens. And somebody like Laz, or God forbid Mr. V, or whoever, Regalin, will come and be like, hey, you walked into a really precarious situation that we've all experienced, and this is what you need to do to get better. So we're not just all about whelping shit all the time. We want to have fun and explode, but we also want to make sure that we're learning stuff from those explosions.
Now, and people always ask me about FCing, and the only way to get better at FCing is learning from your mistakes. So make sure that's if you do lose a fleet, talk to people in the fleet and be like, hey, what do you think I could have done better? And a lot of people they get mad and not go on your fleets anymore if you lose, but those people don't matter. People who get angry at new FCs are kind of the people who you don't really care about anyways because they're not FCing and they're just going to get mad at you for losing a fleet, and you should ignore those.
One of the things I think is really interesting, lads, I don't know if you thought about it this way, but like with the new changes coming up, it's kind of like we've been living in this era of Napoleonic warfare where you have to mass as many ships on grid as possible in order to win a timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what we're going to be moving to is really more of an age of mechanized warfare where maneuverability is going to be king.
Right.
And so people in smaller groups acting more autonomously, making clutch decisions is going to be more important than your ability to necessarily mass 1,000 people on grid. So that could also be, I think, a really interesting thing to look at in terms of how things are going to be changing and why we want to really focus on smaller FCs and people having initiative.
Sorry, I'm also reading chat as well. And one of the I'm reading chat, and Perusu says he's a month-old pilot and joined B&I just before the fall of Head. And he said the problem is he doesn't understand anything that they are sending in corp mail. Now he's stuck, surrounded by PL. He said, also, I noticed when I was on comms and fleets, and the FCs talked a lot about private stuff, then the fleet itself let me get lost in space.
It's hard. I mean, I've been on a lot of BNI fleets, and it's hard because you're only doing one thing. Like you're fighting for your survival, you know. And in Goonswarm, like we're gonna fight really hard for our survival if we ever have to fight for it. But there's a lot of stability there. So if you come and be a newbie pilot in Goonswarm, you're gonna have a lot of safety net that'll catch you and help you along the way. So
yeah, and Bursu, the biggest thing, man, is to ask questions. If you're lost, it is imperative that you say something. Say something in chat and have other people help you out. Because Eve really is a game where you need to have other people there to kind of hold your hand. You can't just go do the tutorial and be fine. You need someone to kind of mentor you through. And if you're in a fleet already and you're not asking questions in chat, if you get lost or confused about something, then you're not going to learn anything. And if you really need to grasp the community side of Eve. The best part of Eve is the community, and everyone is willing to help you out. So, like I said, if you have any questions, just ask them. And that's like I said with these Newbie Tuesdays. If you have questions, ask them.
Yeah, and I think a lot of MMOs have a culture of like newbies don't know shit, they're useless, they're worthless, you're not going to be able to do anything. Just stick to the newbie zone and get better. But in Eve, you can actually leave the newbie zone on day one, and you can go wherever the hell you want to go in game, and you can have an effect. And that's, I think, hard for people to kind of wrap their mind around.
Now, maybe we'll actually run a Karma fleet on one of our Newbie Tuesdays, and just let people see how an actual fleet gets ran and some of the lingo. And
yeah, you could do a Newbie FC Tuesday.
Actually, that's a good idea.
And you could do it for like all prospective FCs, and like
maybe we should do that this next week, because I mean there's a lot of people talking about PvP and getting into things. So maybe this coming Tuesday, guys, we'll actually do a newbie fleet where we'll get everyone together and we'll do like a bunch of Tech 1 frigates and go out. And if you're a new player and you can't afford a frigate, I'll buy you a frigate. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So we'll mark that down in the schedule. Let's see. What's the best way to choose a corp in Eve? I run incursions, want to try nullsec, but I didn't know how to even approach a nullsec corp and not to get fucked over. I feel I'm already overskilled for new bro corp. Well, not many groups do incursions. I believe GSF has a
even have like an incursion sig, don't they?
yeah. We do have a incursion sig. So you would need to join a group either dedicated to incursions or join a massive group like Goons through Karma Fleet or some other corporation. And then also, so I mean, it really depends how you want to go about it. If you join an incursion only group, you're going to get only incursions. If you join a bigger group, then you're also going to be required to probably do some of the actual like war stuff, and which could be a good thing as well if you like the PvP. Calmax says, "What does Laz think about Pandemic Horde?" I think it's gonna be really good. The person who's kind of posted about it, which I believe was Admiral Gabarius, he's been a long time FC. He's been playing the game, I think, almost as long as I have, and he is a really crafty guy when it comes to fitting ships. Some of the recent doctrines that have seen come into the game, like the warp immune clause or the bubble immune clause with artillery, that was Admiral Gabarius awesome. Who came up with that, which are really annoying as an FC fighting against them.
Well, I like Pandemic Horde because I think it's great to have as many newbie outlets as possible for players, because one of the things that we learned in BNI was that you can't support a really big marketing push like when CCP does, a This Is Eve trailer that goes viral. We learned really quickly that we couldn't really support that kind of influx of new players. And being one of the only groups in nullsec with a newbie-friendly outreach at the time was extremely overwhelming for us. And so the more groups there are in nullsec or wherever in game, it's better for everyone, because the one reason why people stop playing Eve and they go do other things is because they don't ever feel like they belong. And you can't play Eve, at least I think, I don't think you can play Eve as a solo player. It's boring, the missions are very repetitive, and it's just not entertaining. For me, the entertaining aspect of Eve is interacting with the other players and getting involved with the communities. And so the more communities there are for people to get involved with, the better it's going to be for the long-term health of the game. So whether that's Karma Fleet or Pandemic Horde or a BNI, if they ever get their shit together, I think it's going to be better overall to have more options for new players.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are more and more outlets being brought into the game. Like I said, Pandemic Horde was just created yesterday, I think, or just recently. Pandemic Horde was brought together.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, so I mean, if you do need a place to go, there is an outlet for it, and there's going to be something for you no matter what you like to do in the game, and you just have to look and ask.
Yep.
But see, Cruel2K asked the question: to join the fleet as logistics train for armor or shields in the coming days? Cruel, it really depends on who you're flying with. You're flying with goons. We're doing pretty much. Actually, I wouldn't say that because we have Harpy fleets. We do. It's a mix. So honestly, whatever you're specializing in, like if you're a Galente pilot, then go ahead and train armor logistics, or if you're a Caldari pilot, go ahead and train shield logistics, and just choose that way.
So Eric Lell, 75 asked if Karma Fleet has access to industry and mining. We actually do. We do a really huge mining operation in Declan, and in fact, it's actually now, because of the nullsec changes, almost as profitable to do mining as it is to do AFK Ishtar ratting. And so we have miners that are making 60 to 80 mil an hour, and they're sitting in fleet with boosts, doing whatever it is they do. It's ridiculous. So there's that. And then as a corporation, we provide a 95% buyback on JITA price for all ore. So you can almost sell your ore in Declan for the same price as it would be to export it to JITA, which is pretty cool. I'm really proud of that. And I want to eventually be able to help the region get completely off JITA at one point. So that's the long-term goal.
So what we're going to do, guys, is with it being Newbie Tuesdays, and we're kind of winding down with questions and everything, we're going to go ahead and do some giveaways. And our first giveaway, we're going to be doing doing five giveaways today, guys. 5 giveaways. And like I said, if you are an experienced player with a decent amount of money, please refrain from entering. If not, then I can't stop you from entering. But these giveaways are not worth much. They are geared towards new players. So all you need to do, guys, is type something in a chat. Type anything you want in chat. And we're going to give it a few minutes, and then we'll start doing the roll. So we're going to be giving away 2 frigate packs. Each frigate pack consists of 10 frigates. You get to pick the frigate you want, and we will send that to you. And then we'll also be giving away 3 faction frigates to new players.
Jay, if you roll in this, I'm going to get an airplane ticket to England, and I'm going to find you, punch you in the face.
Oh, wow. Actually, yeah. But make sure you follow this chat. If you're not following the stream, you cannot win, guys. That is one requirement, so make sure you follow the stream. Alfie, it is a lot of fun, man. It is a lot of fun if you have the time to sit down and actually work on it. Yeah, I just realized that, Wookie, so we need to change it. So we're gonna go back to keyword. So everyone just type in Newbie. Newbie for the keyword. Type in Newbie. That way, people don't get entered that don't need to be entered. Wait, deliver it to Socked for you. I will not. All this stuff will be contracted to NG, guys. So follow the stream, guys. Follow
Jay,
the stream, and
I saw that. I'm watching you, Jay.
He won last week. I just re-rolled.
I know.
Jay also won the. We did a sub giveaway at Christmas where I gave away a Amazon gift card, and he won that. So he get like $35 Amazon gift card.
Wow.
Yeah.
So apparently Wookie Bear is offering to take payment if I pay him to go over to Jay's house and punch him. So.
Well, I cannot condone that because I will probably get the Twitch stream banned or something.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that, on Jabber or something. Never happened.
All right, so we're gonna give it two more minutes. Type in Newbie in the chat, NEWBEE, all lowercase, and we are doing the giveaway rolls. We're going to just continually roll this list, and make sure you're following the stream, and we will see what we can do. I'm gonna lower the sub luck just a little bit. There we go. So, and also, Acrio, I did not give you a shout out, buddy. Thank you so much for the subscription. I hope you enjoyed the Newbie Tuesday. Like I said, we didn't cover it as well as I thought we could have. Faction Warfare, and I blame it partially for us not having an actual expert like we had planned to. But next week, we're going to do an actual newbie fleet, which any new player is going to be welcome to come on this newbie fleet. We'll probably roam around, and anything not purple we'll shoot.
Hooray!
Yes. Mirage, it should only be about a 20-second delay at max, I believe.
Okay, do you have are you rolling yet? Because I'm ready to write some winners down.
1 minute. 23:42 Eve time is when we'll be starting the first roll. There's Spatter probably. We'll probably do, we'll go through CFC space probably, and we'll see. Lads, can I FC the newbie fleet? I don't know, maybe. Yes, Cruel. That is the overview I use. I use Sarah Shallow overview, and I make a few slight tweaks to suit what I do. But other than that, it's perfect for me and everything. All right, we're gonna do the first roll. Make sure you follow the stream. Gold Snake is not winning it. Norik, buddy. Norik, you've won 10 Tech 1 frigates. Tell me what type of frigates you want. Gold Snake doesn't win because he placed a 4.5 billion bounty on Laz.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
A large bounty.
Yes. So
Anyways,
Norik, buddy.
How do you spell Norak?
NORREC DOTTEE. I guess if you win, please message thematani.com. Oh, that's good information, Noric. Message the channel. If you win, guys, message the Twitch channel with what ships you would like and your in-game character. Message the Twitch channel with your in-game name. Oh, okay, Noric, got it. So Noric, we're actually going to do a reroll here, and Noric is going to triple whatever that person wants. Lord Draxus, buddy. Lord Draxus, you have won 30 Tech 1 frigates since... Uranus, that would be pretty fun, actually. So, Lord Draxus, you have won 30 Tech 1 frigates because Noric is going to triple it for you, buddy.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. So, 30 Tech 1 frigates, buddy. So, you need to message thematani.com Twitch channel with what frigate you want, or you can also say it in chat, but you still need to message the channel, include your in-game name.
So, it's Lord Draxus.
Lord Draxus, LORD_DRAXIS.
Alrighty.
Lord, you don't have to be in game, buddy. Just message the Twitch channel, and we will contract it, I believe, later tonight or tomorrow, or whatever you decide. So, like I said, you're going to be getting 30 Tech 1 frigates of your choosing. So, any Tech 1 frigate in the game, let us know, and you'll get it. So, just message the actual channel. thematani.com. And include in that private message to thematani.com, include whatever ship you want or whatever race you fly. If you just say in the Twitch message, and say in the Twitch message, my in-game character name is X, and I fly whatever race, and then I'll just pick whatever ship that I think you'd like from that race, Tech 1 cruiser, or not cruiser, Tech 1 frigates. Congratulations, buddy. So we're going to go and do another roll. And thank you, Noric, for tripling that prize for him. Mudstone, buddy. Yeah. Mudstone, I don't think you're poor either. So.
Mudstone's not a newbie.
Yeah, Mudstone's not a newbie.
Although I think Mudstone is kind of like the Goonfleet token newbie.
That's okay. All right, Mudstone, you've also won 10 frigates, buddy. You have won 10 Tech 1 frigates. Huh? What the fuck? I'm poor lately. Well, then get your Tech 1 frigates, buddy. Unless you're Gold Snake or Jay, you can't win. Or sorry, no. Unless you can win as long as you're not Gold Snake or Jay. So let's
sorry. I called him Wash instead of Wash.
Message the channel, buddy. He has a capital. Well, Mudstone, I fully expect you to give away these 10 frigates to some newbie. Phantom 109, you have won a Federation Navy Comet or a Republic Fleet Firetail or a Slicer or Hookbill. So basically, pick a Navy frigate and it will be yours, Phantom. A Navy frigate of your choosing, Phantom, is all you. So, guys, we are giving away 2 more of these faction frigates. Or not faction, the Navy frigates. We're giving away 2 more Navy frigates.
What was the Navy frigate last? Did you get that?
We're doing that now once Phantom catches up. So... Cool. Phantom, where you at, buddy? All right, Phantom, I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds to speak up in chat. Guys, please say something in chat. So I know then we're gonna re-roll. Okay, rolling again. 7 NK, 7 NK, buddy. You've won a Navy frig. You've won a Navy frig, and you just need to message in chat that you see this message, and then message the channel with your in-game character name and the ship that you want. He really is a phantom. Precisely. And if you don't know what the Navy frigates are, Rage. Once we finish giveaways, we're going to go ahead and shut it down until next Newbie Tuesday. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. Tomorrow we're going to be trying a new thing on the channel. We're going to be doing a what's going to be called Gaming Dead, and we're going to be playing some H1Z1 and some survival games.
Woohoo!
So make sure you're here, tune in for that. Oh, Sev, where you at, buddy? Man. People don't free stuff, apparently. Shaggy and Dare, buddy, are you here? I'm trying to give you guys some free ships. Shaggy, come on, buddy. Oh, there's Sev. Okay, sweet. Sev, you won. You need a message the channel, buddy. Message the channel and with your what Navy frigate you want and your in-game character.
Woohoo.
And then Shaggy, you also need to do the same thing. Shaggy and Sev both need a message the channel. Mudstone, thanks, buddy. RKO, I believe so as well. So Shaggy and Sev, message to the Matani.com Twitch channel with your in-game character name and the ship that you want, and we will get that sorted out for you. And like I said, it is any of the Navy frigates, which is the Caldari Navy Hookbill, or the Imperial Navy Slicer, or the Federation Navy Comet, or the Republic Fleet Firetail. Rolling again. Zeraxis, buddy, you have won our last frigate giveaway for the day.
All
So, once you speak up in chat, we'll make sure we get you down.
Zeraxis. How do you spell your name?
Zeraxis. Oh, what's up, Java Junkie? There we go. Sweet. Yes, Zeraxis, buddy. You need a message channel. You have won a Navy frig, buddy. A Navy frig. So just message the Twitch channel. Message the Twitch channel at thematani.com. That one right there. Message that user with your in-game character name and the Navy frigate that you'd like. Sweet. And like I said, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you have any suggestions for classes you'd like to see, message either the Twitch channel or email us at thematani@thematani.com, and we will work out a schedule or calendar of what we're going to be doing on Newbie Tuesdays and try to get like a few weeks in advance posted. That way you can be here to see different things. Next week, guys, we're going to do a Newbie frigate fleet, and we're going to do NPSI, which means not purple shoot it, which means anything not in our fleet is subject to be shot no matter where we roam. And if you can't afford a frigate to go in this roam, I will pay for it. Not a big deal. We can get you a Tech 1 frig with fittings. And if you have any questions, you can message me in game on Lazarus Telraven. Message me on Twitch at Laztel, Laztel, or on Twitter at Laztel as well. And Porkbutt, who is also the leader of Karma Fleet, you can probably get him on Twitter. Is it just Porkbutt?
I think so. Hold on. I don't know.
He doesn't even know his own Twitter handle. Come on,
It's
boy.
at pork. Yeah, it's at porkbutt.
All right, at
And it's
Porkbutt.
pork boot because it's fancy.
Yes. PORKBUTTE. Yep.
Yep.
So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will do the quick outro, and we will see you guys tomorrow for H1Z1. And if we don't see you on H1Z1, then we'll see you for the next EVE stream and the Meta Show Saturday, etc.
Hooray!
So, like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for having me.